and welcome to Inner Circle Guidance. Today we're going to be doing a collective reading, but before I get started, some of you have been asking about my crystal bracelets. My friend Israel made these, and he has a company called Stone Temple Creations. I've put the link to his Instagram down in the description below if you want to check out his work. All of his crystal bracelets and jewelry are handmade, and he has some really fantastic stuff. So I highly recommend, if you love wearing crystal bracelets or crystal jewelry like I do, to go and check him out. Let's find out what the circle needs to know today. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have Strength. We have the Wheel. We have the Hermit. We have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. I'm picking up a message here having to do with balance, because we have two sevens on the table, which have to do with balance and spiritual alignment. The Seven of Wands in particular has to do with a need to stand firm in your spiritual beliefs, regardless of if others challenge those beliefs. And what I'm seeing with the Three of Pentacles is that there's a focus here in particular on the root, sacral, and heart chakra. So your root chakra has to do with your foundation. It has to do with feeling grounded, being connected to the earth. It's basic human instincts of survival, security, stability. The sacral chakra, which is orange, has to do with self-gratification and passion, creativity, joy, relationships on the emotional level, and then your energy and passion on a spiritual level. And then green is your heart chakra, which has to do with emotions, your ability to love, to forgive, to have compassion. So what I'm seeing here is that there's a need for balance and a need for you to dive deeper into your spiritual practices, or to continue to practice your spiritual practices, regardless of whether sometimes you're experiencing things that may challenge those beliefs or challenge your security on that level. I'm seeing that in the past, a lot of you have been acting more from an imbalance in the root chakra of stability, where for a long time you may have only really paid attention to the physical realm. And for that reason, you had a tendency to act out of scarcity. What you would do is a lot of your energy and your focus and your time would go to protecting what little you had, instead of actually sending your time and energy to expand and create. And with the Three of Pentacles, I'm really seeing that you're being presented this opportunity to bring these different energies more into balance with the way that you are handling situations, the energy and the intention in which you move forward, and how you choose to feel about it. 3 is also the number of supreme balance between mind, body, and spirit. Notice how also we have the representation of the 3 chakras here. You're going from seeing things only from a physical perspective to a more spiritual and emotional perspective. And that is giving you a different way on how to move forward. It's allowing you to tap into a much more authentic energy here, where you're no longer acting and operating from projected ideas of yourself, and you're now acting more from a place of authenticity. I'm also seeing that things that used to bother you before are now kind of rolling off your back, and you're able to tap into much more resilience. You're able to feel more grounded and stable even in the midst of chaos. And you're starting to recognize that although the physical stability is a factor, it's really only one piece of the puzzle here. You also need mental stability, emotional stability, spiritual stability. But what you'll come to find is that when you focus on the spiritual side of things, the other 3 tend to naturally follow. And it takes much less effort on your part, because when you're coming at everything from a state where you're focused on your priorities and your values. The fulfillment is deeper, and everything else sort of follows suit because you're working from a state of your purpose and your higher self. This is opening up new doors and avenues for you with the world. This is major shifts, major changes happening. And I'm seeing that some of the opportunities that are coming in are going to require you to sort of step out and take a chance in a way that maybe you haven't done before, where you're going to need to step a little bit out of your comfort zone, or you're going to need to do things a little differently than you've done before, or you're going to need to be a bit more direct with the way you communicate, or be more honest and open and vulnerable with what it is you truly want. Which means that with the Hermit, you may need to reprioritize at this time, get clear on exactly what it is you want and what you value and how you want to move forward with intention to achieving that through the spiritual side. But also what I'm seeing here with the Hermit, being that it's next to the Seven of Wands, is you're being prompted to figure out ways to deepen your connection to your spiritual practices, deepen your trust and your self-trust when it comes to your intuition, when it comes to the synchronicities and these things. Some of you, when you're in the midst of shifting timelines or shifting parallels or shifting mindsets, things like that, the energy and the power always comes from within you. But before you know or understand fully how to channel that, sometimes it helps to have things like crystals, tarot cards, whatever, to help you with the channeling, to help you figure out what the energy feels like, understand it on a different sort of level. You're being prompted to look into tools that maybe you haven't used before, not because you need them or need to rely on them, but because it will help you, especially in the beginning when you're trying to shift certain energies, to feel the difference in energy first. It's hard to shift into a different energy when you don't actually understand or know that energy. So sometimes you have to sort of chip away bit by bit at something, try it to figure out how it fully feels before you're able to completely become that energy. This is going to be planting seeds for your future in a lot of ways. And what I'm seeing is that right now in particular is a really good time to plant seeds in general in the different areas of your life. I'm seeing that the things that you choose to plant and then nurture and cultivate will actually bear fruit and grow, and will actually create a system of opportunities where instead of, say, planting one thing and only having one opportunity, you'll have multiple opportunities, multiple routes all at one time. And it'll grow into this sort of beautiful interconnected weaved pattern. And it's interesting because these two both came out and they're one on top of another, because that's always how I put out my spread. But if you'll notice, there's similar energy here with the roots, the colors, weaving into a pattern of roots to the tree. Same to here, we have these colors and they're weaved into a pattern into this like wall hanging thing. Take advantage of the tools that are around you. Take this time to really get to know new practices or to really set them into motion. Make them more deeply meaningful. For those of you specifically who have struggled with scarcity mindsets in the past, you may need to really focus on bringing more gratitude into your life as part of your daily spiritual practices, because gratitude is one of the easiest ways to manifest the things that you desire. So I'm going to leave the reading here. If it resonated with you, don't forget to like this video and comment your affirmation down below. Your affirmation for this reading is, I am focusing my energy towards expansion and creativity. If you're looking for beautiful crystal handmade jewelry, don't forget to check out my friend Israel at Stone Temple Creations. Again, his link will be in the description below. And as always, may your life be full of light, full of love, abundance, and gratitude. I'll see you next time.